Alright, I'm getting down to the last steps of the relicing. I've got most of the pieces back on the guitar. Got to get the tuners put in, and of course the strings adjusted and all that. I've got the block still to put in here, and the springs in the cavity there with the claw's in place and grounded. So this is in, everything is grounded on here to the shielding on the inside. I have to adjust the pickup height a little bit, the poles and stuff, but really just the pickups. Poles are going to stay the way they're staggered, it's just as a vintage stagger. And these are nice older knobs I found here. They're older than this piece. You can tell because they're really yellow, which is nice. They give it a nice unbalanced look, so it's older there. I'm going to have to color this up a bit. There we go. This here is a combination of the two, black and brown. You get a little bit of each on the rag, and you get a good combination. I'm swirling it in. It fills in any cracks. Also putting a little onto the headstock to again give it a much older look. Anywhere you put this stuff, it's gonna age it. So I'll try it out in a few more places. Don't be afraid to experiment with it. You can always sand it down and get it out of there. But I kind of like the way that smooths it out a bit and gives it even more of a dirt look inside of the wood that's exposed. You want to kind of give it again, more of a worn feel, and it adds a little bit of a, I don't know if you can tell there, kind of black and brown kind of patchy look, but a worn look as well. And you want to get it into the finish so you doesn't rub off. And I'm going to coat the pick guard once again with a little bit of that, and you sand it lightly to get it inside some grooves, and then you're pretty much done. You can do the knobs if you wish, a little bit here, there, just to kind of get into the grooves, give that the vintage worn-in look, or relic look rather. It's been around longer than it has, and you can see that kind of gives that knob much more used look. You can really see the knobs there, but works pretty well. Has another little trick, and you want to maybe buff them off and make sure it's in the surface and let it sit a bit and kind of wear it into the surface. You don't really have to coat this. I'm not going to spray this with anything. I'm just going to make sure that I have a little bit of a sand this down a tiny bit, and you'll see you get some swirl effects there, and the polish will sit in those swirls, and will start to just kind of cover it over and just kind of continue to I like the rust here on the plate and on the bridge. Looks great. It makes it look much older, and it's coming along here. It's coming along.